think he's just one of the greatest teachers in the 20th century. I think he represents love, he represents compassion, he represents letting go of suffering. I think to me, he's just, you know, he gives so much of his time, you know, of his love, that he can only say to you, let me just try and do that in my own environment. Especially in Africa, we need that.
Each of us have the responsibility to take care about humanity, about the world. So, as my own share, I always try to promote basic human values I call secular ethics. Whether believer or non-believer, so long we are part of humanity. Since our own future much depends on the future of the planet, therefore we have to take care.
Compassion, sense of caring, sense of concern of others. In order to have that sense of concern of oneself is very important. Without sense of concern oneself, impossible to extend sense of concern to others. The practice of warm-heartedness is not forgetting one's own interest, but practice of warm-heartedness is the best way to fulfill your own wish. Hello.
The bones speak. They say, you are one of the 3 people on this planet who can save the whole earth.
The living legend and the international figure, His Holiness, the Dalai Lama.
I think concept of peace and non-violence now today, worldwide, very strong. Just before Iraq crisis happened, how many millions of people from Australia up to America express anti-war?
Gives them a university education, helps them to get jobs and so on.
How many students?
We've got 1,150. Yeah.
What do you see as the greatest challenge in humankind at this present moment?
What do you feel is the role that religion plays in our lives?
My question is it easy to bring such kind of education into learning institutions?
Our Chinese brothers and sisters, they are the ruler. The Tibetan, our viewpoint, or according to reality, the Tibetans are victims.
That was wonderful, thank you, sir.
How many years this university? Oldest.
One of the oldest, yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Permanent
unchanging, oneness, or single. That kind of self, Buddhists do not accept. And also, Atma, or self, which can identify beside this body, Buddhists do not accept it. Buddhist self merely designated on the combination of body and mind. So no independent entity of self. So that means anatma.
所以你自己要下那个决心，不要吃了。
In business, all right. After all, money is very important. Worthy.
This young man, he want to get some help if he can further his education because he finished his standard 10, but now he want to go further, so they don't have money to take him further.
But how much you need money for further study, for college?
Yes. For now, I don't know, but I think it's about 30,000 to 40,000.
Since we have some connection,
Yeah.
so I will sponsor you.
Bafuthi uzokhona ukuxhaswa yonke leminyaka afunde yonke le nto ayifunayo.
Goodbye.
Welcome.
Good morning.
How are you?
An African welcome to His Holiness Dalai Lama and Kuzulini John Sitole.
Dear brothers and sisters, I'm very happy to make this short visit to the Vista University to meet all of you, and I would like to thank all the organizers and the guests.
Do you believe the universe is a conscious entity?
I would like to hear from you what you make of the Middle East peace process.
It's funny. Checking the book from the Dalai Lama.
I think Madiba and His Holiness teach of one thing, that suffering from being rejected, from being from violence or suffering of any kind, you know, it's only suffering if you allow your mind to look at it that way. But if you work on your mind and you realize suffering for what it is, and you can actually even begin to have compassion for the people that are actually oppressing you know, and that's it. Then you don't suffer anymore. And I guess conquering suffering is what he would call enlightenment, is what Mandela would call liberation.
Not going up.
Vamos!
Of course, indeed, I'm very, very happy to be here and meeting with local people.
I'd just like to offer you this small token from the Burmese monastery in Gilmaritzburg. It's a new.
This is salutation to Buddha.
When